Hello and welcome back to my story playthrough for Voice of Cards. It's been a while since I actually played, mostly because I wanted to finish my Shadowbringer stuff, which I did at this point. So now that it's there like one and a half more weeks until Endwalker, I figured now's a good time to actually concentrate on Voice of Cards. And we arrived last time at this very cozy looking beach city. So, what actually is my objective? Right, a nutritionist. Let's talk with people first.
The man says the fishing industry is usually thriving in their seaside town, but recently nets have been coming up empty. He mentions that even the fishing harbor to the northwest has been suffering from poor hauls of late. You hear a roar in the distance. According to the townsfolk, it is a very recent phenomenon. Rumor in the village has it that it might be the dragon. A troubled woman tells you that there has been a rise in thefts lately. She speculates the recession to be the cause. She claims that even the cold medicine she always has on hand has disappeared. She narrows her eyes at the crowd, suspecting there is a thief among them, and offers a reward for the return of the medicine. Your ears perk up at the word reward, and you immediately agree to help expose the dirty thief. I can feel the dragon's presence. I must inform Lady Winifred, the knight mutters. You feel impatient, determined not to let the order beat you to it. You approach a woman sneaking around in a corner of town. Hearing your voice, she turns in surprise. You see a vial of cold medicine clutched in her hands. You explain that the person she stole it from needs it back. The woman begins to explain her own situation with downcast eyes. My poor little boy is bedridden, she says tearfully. He needs medicine, but I don't have any money, so I took it. No matter the reason, theft is wrong. You ignore her excuses and take the medicine from her. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, my boy, she whispers, her voice breaking with tears as she totters away. You feel bad for her and her child, but know you must return the medicine to its rightful owner. Now to receive your reward.
I do feel bad. My plan actually was, maybe I just give her the money to buy the medicine and just return the medicine. But now I really feel bad.
The woman thanks you for returning the medicine and bestows you with a reward. Unsure if you made the right choice, you return to your journey with a heavy heart. You set foot inside the inn only to be greeted with the great clanging of a bell. Congratulations, the innkeeper shouts above the joyous din. It would appear you and your companions are this inn's 10,000th customers. That means you've won the lifetime of free stays pass. sign on the door reads, "The Great Nutritionist Oreo." You open the door without knocking. "Is anyone home?" you call. A muscular man emerges from the back. Praising his musculature seems to put him in high spirits. "Anyone can achieve a body like this with the proper diet," he explains. "So why don't we enjoy a life of love and nutritional meals together?" Have mercy, you think, then immediately change the subject. You politely ask if he is the nutritionist. "Indeed, I am the nutritionist Oreo," he answers. He says he has been studying dietetics here for many years. You hand Oreo the extract and explain that your comrade is now bedridden because of it. He stares at the extract for a long time, and then opens the bottle and laps at the liquid inside. "That's poison!" Melanie shouts in alarm. The man insists that he'll be fine with his expertise of nutrition, and insists that knowledge is power, as if that will help somehow. Regardless, it seems he managed to grasp the composition of the poison with that lick, and starts concocting a nutritional supplement to counter it. However, he says he needs a spry fish, which has been difficult to catch lately. He needs a special fish to make the necessary supplement. When he explains that you can catch one in the surrounding sea, Ridis confidently interjects. She shows you a page from her ancient tome, which explains the ecology of the fish in detail. "That book comes in handy from time to time," Melanie remarks in surprise. Oreo gasps as if remembering something. He says that his son went out fishing and, with a bit of luck, may have already caught a spry fish. It sounds like his son is fishing on the wharf. You decide to go find him. You see a young man with his line in the water and call out to him. He turns around and flexes, shouting out suddenly, "Power is power." You stare, enchanted by his bulging musculature. There is no doubt in your mind that this is Oreo's son. He asks if you have business with him. Praising his musculature seems to have put him in high spirits.
I'm sorry, I had to do it. It puts me also in high spirits.
Anyone can achieve a body like this with the proper exercise, he explains. So why don't we cast our needless garments aside and train together? Have mercy, you think, then immediately change the subject. Though you are pretty sure of the answer, you ask the young man if he is the nutritionist's son. "That I am," he answers. He introduces himself as Bruno and says he is learning to be a nutritionist like his father. You introduce yourself, expressing to him that you are a hero on a journey and require a spry fish to save your ill comrade. His eyes begin to sparkle the moment you utter the word hero, and he becomes engrossed in your tale. More or less grasping the situation, he regrets to inform you that he has not caught any spry fish yet. He says that a monster has settled near their town, and its thundering roars have scared most of the fish away. You know Oreo needs a spry fish to make that supplement. Hearing the despair in your voice, Bruno speaks, his words like an ember in the dark. He tells you that there is a harbor near town where fishermen gather. Perhaps you can find the fish you seek there. You thank him for the information, then head to the harbor with your comrades. Just as you are about to leave, Bruno offers to escort you there. Is it a reward you're after? You are about to ask. But Melanie smacks you on the head before you can voice it and allows him to come along.
And just like that, we have a new companion, a sexy companion. And please tell me you are a healer so that I can get rid of that tiny, useless wannabe here. Actually, let's do it like this. Alright, what? You're level 9. Oh, okay, what are your skills? Deal add 3 to. Ooh. I like you. So she's my damage dealer. He is kind of my healer, I guess. And damage dealer. And he is my support. Oh, I like it. I like you. Do you have abilities? Decrease water damage by 5. Alright. I'm okay with that. You need equipment though. I'm sure. Reserve. Can I? I guess I cannot. Okay, whatever. Let's check the armory. Buy. Do I even have money? Barely. Right. Oh wow. But it's slow. I actually want it to be fast. There's something fast. Right, I buy that. Buy and equip. You. Now I'm poor. Damn it. Okay. Alright. Where do we want to go? We want to go to the harbor. With our newest addition, Bruno.
Bruno looks ecstatic that he was allowed to join your party. When you ask him why, he tells you that his dream is to be an adventurer and has thus been training every day. But his father, famed in the world of nutrition, forced him into following in his footsteps. One desires strength, the other knowledge. Unable to see eye to eye, the two fight nearly every day. What will you ask Bruno? You ask Bruno about his sword arm, saying you are something of a swordsman yourself. Bruno replies that he specializes in hand-to-hand combat, then flexes his bulging biceps as proof. Apparently, he only carries around a sword to look like an adventurer. Curious about his attire, you ask why he does not wear armor. He confessed that he once wished for armor, but deemed it unnecessary after gaining so much muscle. In that moment, you realize something. While his passion for being an adventurer is true, he is dumber than a sack of rocks. The words "birds of a feather flock together" run through your mind, but you quickly chase them away, afraid of what that means for you.
Alright, that's hilarious. Seek out in the harbor in the northwest. So we want to go somewhere over there. Oh, cool. Let's try out our new support. This guy has like a 50 defense.
Nice work.
Cards afflicted with freeze cannot move until they are attacked and take double the damage.
You did great.
Thank you. I wonder if that is our city we want to go in. Looks like it. Let's see. There are people and there's a boat. Let's talk them.
Lately, a monstrous roar has been disturbing the seas and scaring away all the fish. He sighs, lamenting that his catches have been poor as a result. He has been fishing for several days, having decided not to return home empty-handed. He hopes his wife and child back in Shoreland are well.
No. No. Oh god. Oh god. If I ever replay that, I will give her the medicine. I already feel bad. Now I feel like really bad.
The woman says she has been waiting here for days, worried about her husband, who has yet to return. A rough-tempered piscator stands there, having just returned from fishing. Mars' fate rests upon this man's haul. Terrible, he says, showing you the few fish he's caught. Inside, you see a spry fish, Bruno shouts. You ask him if you can have the spry fish, but he says he won't give it up for free. When you ask how much it will cost, he gives the absurd price of 1,000,000 gold pieces. You're heartless, Ridis pouts. The man is enraged by the rude response. Just then, Bruno prances forth and shouts, "Stop right there! Your fisherman muscles are simply sublime," he exclaims. He challenges the man to a competition of muscles with the spry fish as the prize. The piscator seems interested and agrees on one condition. If you lose, you must become my servant. This one's all yours, Melanie says, patting you on the shoulder. Then let the carnival of might and muscles begin, Bruno roars, completely fired up. Your puny body is no match for mine, the piscator shouts back, throwing a punch. It feels like watching a bodybuilder competition. A battle of beefiness. Looks like your
Damn
adventure ends here.
Game over. Alright. Also doesn't really help. Oh no. Oh god, no. Baron Harbor. I'm going to heal before we start. Alright, I need to heal. To make sure he's healthy. Card items. Use. Alright. That should work better. Alright, let's make that quick.
A rough Mars' fate rests upon this man's hall. Terrible, he says, showing you the few fish he's caught. A spry. You ask him if you can have the spry fish, but he says when you ask how much it will cost, he gives. You're heartless, Ridis pout. He challenged the piscator. This one's all yours. Then let the carnival of your puny body is no match for mine, the piscator shouts back, throwing a punch.
Alright. At least that goes quick, right? Oh, I took the wrong one. Damn it. I already made it wrong. Crap.
You're doing great.
No, I'm not. I'm doing terrible. Amazing. Oh, he does the same thing as me. Now you're giving me all these healing cards, really?
A battle of beefiness.
This is not going to be enough. So... Alright. I leave it in for my own failure, even though it's pretty embarrassing.
His victory sealed, Bruno strikes a glorious pose and shouts out, "Witness the power of power." Defeated, the Piscator hands over the spry fish to Bruno. Bruno extends a hand to the Piscator, who has fallen to his knees. With a serene smile, he takes the offered hand. An unspoken friendship begins to form between the two. Or at least, you hope that's what the prolonged silence between them means. With the spry fish in hand, you head back towards Oreo's clinic. Bruno looks at your group sadly, reluctant for this little adventure to end. The woman sighs in disbelief, wondering how someone could be so heartless as to steal the medicine of another. You hand the fish to Oreo and ask him to make you the supplement. "Give me a moment," he says, then takes the fish and heads into the back. "It's ready," he says, emerging from his room and handing you a bottle. You hope this will get Mar back on his feet. You need to get back to Unionville on the double, but before that... You wordlessly extend a hand to Bruno. Bruno takes your hand and gives it a firm shake. You can feel the bones in your hands splintering. You just hope Bruno has enough self-restraint not to shatter them completely.
I'm the worst hero ever.
You make a mental note never to shake hands with him again, then turn to leave. But Bruno stops you and says he wants to journey with you just a little longer. But Oreo is quick to douse the flames of his desire. You will stay here and study, he commands. Then you leave me no choice. Bruno's expression reads as he raises both hands behind his head and squats at hyper speed. I want to show this power to the world, Bruno proclaims to his father. You have much to learn, my son, Oreo retorts as he starts sidestepping at breakneck speed. Only the sound of their labored breathing and bodies moving resonates through the otherwise silent room. You can only look on in stunned silence at the enigmatic display. Bruno falls to his knees, panting. This is my limit. You have grown, my son, Oreo says, looking no worse for wear. So are you coming with us or not? Melanie interjects, ever the blunt one. Only our muscles know the answer, comes Bruno's cryptic reply. I don't get it, Ridis remarks frankly. On the condition that he study nutrition upon his return, Bruno is allowed to go with you for just a little while longer. You realize that these two have a very special way of talking that no one else can understand.
Well, looks like we're gonna keep our companion. And now we can finally use the carriage.
Hearing yet another roar in the distance, you realize you need to get the supplement to Mar so you can investigate the sound together.
Aww. Unionville, right? Yeah, we want to go to Unionville. We are back, friends.
Mar lies listlessly upon the bed, looking somewhat haggard. You help Mar sit up. Drink this, Mar, you say to him gently. He weakly opens his mouth, and you slowly pour the energy concentrate inside. Mar abruptly bolts up and turns his head toward you with a puzzled look. It looks like Mar is all better now. You give Mar a tight hug. Mar mews softly in discomfort. Overcome with joy, you sob and stroke Mar's head. Melanie and Ridis watch you too with a smile. Bruno is deeply moved to see nutrition bringing a smile to others. With this, you can finally put the happenings of that strange village behind you. You decide to take Bruno back to Shoreland, then continue your search for the dragon. Lappy seems pretty disappointed about promising Melanie not to go with you to slay the dragon. We'll be back to play with you before you know it, says Melanie, patting Lappy consolingly.
Right, we saved our friend, and now we go back to... Where are we going? Whoops. There. Things breaking. Oh well. Alright, where do I want it to go? I want it to go here. Alright, we're back in Shoreland.
You arrive at Bruno's house. Though he seems to want to adventure a little more, he reluctantly enters his house. You ask Oreo if he knows anything about the monster behind that mighty roar. He says that the creature nests atop a tower not far from town. With that, your next destination is decided. Here, you will part ways with these two, but you owe a great deal to the nutritionist and his son. Bruno looks at you, his eyes begging you to let him come along. What will you say? Let us defeat the dragon together, you say to him. You are sure his power and knowledge will come in handy against the beast. And you realize with a grin, he will be so happy just to come along that he will not want a share of the reward. Bruno is happy he can continue the journey, but Oreo stops him before he can get carried away. You must stay here and study, Oreo says. Bruno explains that the journey thus far has taught him the splendor of nutrition, and he now wishes to travel the world to deepen his knowledge. After hearing his son out, Oreo suddenly removes his glasses. And in the blink of an eye, the flesh of Bruno's cheeks, pectorals, and abdomen recess. And Bruno is lifted off his feet with a dull roar. Your eyes go wide at Oreo's assault, which was too fast for your eyes to catch. Knowledge of nutrition can help save lives, but also strike down enemies, Oreo says softly. Wow, nutrition is incredible, Ridis marvels, not putting too much thought into the events before her. Knowledge is the true power. You tremble, never wanting to make an enemy of Oreo. Though Oreo still deems his son's knowledge insufficient, he tells him to travel the world and surpass him someday. Thank you, Father, Bruno says from the ground, moved to tears by the strength of Oreo's knowledge. So it comes to pass that you journey to the tower with Bruno to find the roaring beast. Yet another colorful character.
And that we will do in the next episode. This was a fun episode. I laughed a lot, even though if you probably not heard a lot of that, but I found that episode very enjoyable. So I guess it's time to meet the dragon, maybe? So